And the Challenge Cup heat, Leander Club against York City. Off they go. I was going to say cleanly enough. I was just keeping a close eye on York City. Didn't have the cleanest start, and they're struggling to get their momentum up early a little bit, but I'm sure they'll get into their rowing quickly enough. Yeah, I'm sure part of the problem is you don't recover quite so well when you're 40, do you, from a race yesterday? That is very true. Just having a look at the profiles. So I think normally we look at what's the difference in weight between two crews, and in here I think it's the Leander crew is probably actually half the age almost of the York crew. It's a great story, this York crew, average age of 40 years of age, racing the regatta and managed to qualify and then get through a round. The weights are identical, 86 kilos average. The ages are anything but. And it's been good because the rule changes. Previous club winners of club events are now allowed to enter again. So there's two members of this York City crew that won the Brit in 2007, and they've come together to race here. But Leander here, looking the better crew, really nice, tidy rhythm, and just stroke by stroke seems to be moving away. Yeah, so student crews have been excluded from this since 1995. This is eights of club rather than grand standard. And just having a look at how the race has settled down, it's the younger boat, Leander, on the Berkshire station, who have settled in better. And you're right, the fatigue, it must be an issue. We all know as we get older, recovering from exercise, trying to repeat it the next day becomes more of an issue. As a one-off, you can give it a go, but twice, three times in a row. Yeah, I agree. And I think I think they were surprised to have got through a round. So I think today is like Christmas for them, to be honest. And coming against Leander, who's potentially one of the favourite crews in this event, it was never going to be anything different. But it's a nice lung opener for Leander. They can have a bit of a contest for a minute or so and get the nerves out of the system, really ready for tomorrow. Yeah, they've raced under Star and Arrow for most of the season, this Leander boat, as young Leander boats tend to. Star and Arrow, they'll be the stronger contenders in the Thames Cup, you'd have thought, having finished second in Tier 2 eights at the Metropolitan Regatta and fifth in the Championship eights at Marlow Regatta as well. So plenty of pedigree behind them. Classy boats, as you'd expect from Leander. Yeah, I mean, it's a very professional system, and they train hard, and you can see by the way they row how well they're coached. Very efficient crew there, making easy weather of this race. Previous winners as well, you can see in the stroke seat there, Bertie Woodward Fisher. He won the Princess Elizabeth Cup in 2015, racing for St Paul's School. And there are others in there as well who have previously won trophies at Henley, so they know what winning's all about. Yeah, they certainly do. And here they can enjoy this now, coming past Pre-eminent Club there on the back, behind the left-hand side of the screen, putting a comfortable distance on York City. York City won't be disappointed. They know this is what was going to happen today. It's just going to hurt for the next 3 minutes. Will it stop them having to make any more awkward calls to bosses at work to skip more unscheduled days off? Yeah, they couldn't pretend that they were sick today, could they? Because they're on TV. So here, nice and comfortable here. They'd have taken the first day as holiday, and the rest would have been a surprise. I think so. And one of the members of the crew that I know, actually, his wife had to take the day off yesterday, so his sons could see him row, and they weren't expected to have to watch him today as well. Great story, though. York doing themselves lots of credit in the Thames Challenge Cup, but Leander Club have got it all under control as they move in front of the grandstands. They can have a gentle paddle to the finish line. This is an ideal start really for any crew in a regatta, is that you can commit to having, maybe they might have practiced their race profile to the barrier to really practice the execution of the start of the race, and then they knew they would find it easy and they could just row in, and they're probably visualizing the race. The cocks will be calling the pushes they will be doing at different points when they race properly. So it's in some ways it's a sort of firmish piece, a dress rehearsal with no pressure. You're going to watch the race back, Leander? I think they'll probably go through in detail the first 2 minutes of the barrier and see how they transition, what stroke rate they're hitting at different points. Did they do it properly? Did they generate enough speed? That kind of thing. They'll know that quite clearly. And that's something that they will have focused on today, to get that right. And that means that tomorrow they'll be more confident when they have stiffer competition. Leander with Sam Royston, their cocks. I mentioned Bertie Woodward Fisher. Also in there, Chris Ray, James Fox, Harry Higginbotham, Callum Johnson, John O'Cameron, Paddy George, who's got a pretty glowing CV already. And in the bow seat, it's Tom Wiblin, 18 years old. 2 gold medals in the junior men's eights earlier on in the year for Tom Wiblin, as they get polite and respectful applause. It's not excited and raucous as it has been in some of the other races. It's definitely polite and respectful.
Indeed, indeed. And the crowd just enjoying what's going past them. It's good rowing, to be honest. And
yeah, just coasting up to the finish line now. Well done to Leander Club, winning the Thames Challenge Cup very comfortably against the older boat of York City Rowing Club, who did brilliantly to progress this far in the week. Here they come, enjoying their moment, I hope. A moment to savour for all of them.